Men these days cannot be called man anymore. We are in the middle of a masculinity crisis, and it will get worse if we don't start to change. You may ask, why is this happening? Why did it get this worse? I have your answers. Number 1. The feminist movement. A bunch of women full of hate and fear shame man for simply acting like nature has created them. They call it toxic masculinity. Being confident, independent, strong, and stoic is labeled as toxic now, when just a few decades ago we got highly respected for being this way. The sudden change is not a coincidence. Let me ask you a question. How can you become a leader in a room full of leaders? You kill their masculinity. The energy that stands up against tyranny and fights back against injustice. The energy of drive, leadership, and fearlessness. This is not a movement created by angry women, this is a creation by men. The men who took control over this world. And the same people who created the corrupt education system. The Rockefellers. You may have heard from this family, they are a bunch of psychopaths who manipulated us, but I don't want to get too deep into this right now. Number 2. School. The slave factory. Boys who naturally have more energy than a girl have to sit down for hours and need permission to go to the toilet or even to stand up from the chair. It is so unhealthy to sit on a chair for such a long time. It's like you put a tiger into a cage. He will eventually lose his drive. You don't get taught how to be masculine, the opposite is the case. If you act out, if you don't listen, and if you don't repeat exactly what the teacher taught you, you are a failure. Maybe you just have a bit of humanity inside you. Maybe you haven't turned into a computer yet or a parrot and you can think for yourself. You lose the ability to think critically when you believe everything authority tells you is true. It's exactly what the Rockefellers want. This is literally their quote. I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers. Unbelievable. They tell you what is right and what is wrong, but there is no norm. It's just their norm. Free thinking and creativity doesn't get embraced. Individuality, which is so important. They want you to be a sheep and slave away just like everyone else. Number 3. Lack of father figure. Many families got destroyed since the natural dynamic between masculinity and femininity is gone. So many of you have divorced parents. No father is in the house. Your role model is not there. Since feminism, the divorce rates have risen to over 50%, which is absolutely insane. Women don't respect men anymore, and the love isn't as strong anymore as back then, since both genders are attracted to the opposite of them. A man values a woman who is sweet, submissive, supportive, selfless, loving. And a woman values a man who is confident, a leader, strong, wealthy, and protective. But society tells men to be weak and that it's okay to cry in front of your girl. It's absolutely not. Would you want a woman who is a boss bitch and fights with you 24/7? We are attracted to our opposite, since we are opposites. Just like yin and yang, the chemistry has to work. We complement each other. If the genders aren't in their roles, they get into fights. It's like when you beef with another man. You can't beef with a feminine woman, since she complements you. Society's conditioning makes you unattractive and unsuitable for a lasting relationship, which is also not your fault. This is all planned. It's an agenda, but if I get too deep, this channel might get taken down. Number 4. Testosterone crisis. Testosterone levels are at an all-time low. Testosterone plays such a big factor into your masculinity. It makes you confident, kills anxiety, deepens your voice, makes you competitive, increases your muscles, increases your drive. When you have low testosterone, it is like a castration of an animal. The food, tap water, toothpaste, plastics, many things lower your testosterone, since they are all rigged. I will make future videos where I get more into depth. This video is just to make you aware and understand why things are the way they are. Number 5. Masculine women that suppress your masculinity. Since feminism brainwashed everyone, including your mother, your sister, your teachers. These women see everything masculine you do as toxic. You may live in a single mother household where your mother had to take the role of your father. It's very stressful for a mother to take that role. Your father gave her a sense of security. Since she doesn't have that anymore, her natural survival instinct is turned on. She will be masculine, but in a very chaotic way, not in a healthy way. It can damage you. Masculine women can be toxic, but not real masculinity itself. Most masculine women have at least one of these traits: revengeful, arrogant, negative, snappy, humiliating, fearful, disrespectful, controlling, chaotic, cold-hearted, loud, violent. Be aware of this, guys. Face these type of women with love, not with hate. They've been through rough times. Number 6. Lack of purpose. We are the first generation without a mission. Back then the men had to go to war or marry with 18. They aged quick mentally. We don't. Many men don't make a transition to a real man. They are still boys. We have to actively seek masculinity now. It doesn't happen from alone. Find your goals in life, but don't have small dick goals. It will make your life meaningful. Number 7. Social media. Instagram, TikTok, all this degeneracy gets pushed to you. They made these platforms in a way which makes you highly addicted, like an alcoholic who cannot control himself. The TikTok version in China educates, and the TikTok version in all the other countries show you retarded videos. This has a political background. China wants to control the West soon. They are preparing. They have strong masculine men, while we have LGBT. When a country has weak people, it's easy to take over. And the world leaders are addicted to power and control. You will see what's gonna happen a few years from now. You will need the masculine energy inside of you. Number 8. Lack of activity. Everything has never been more comfortable. You barely go outside. You order your pizza and they bring it to your house. Comfort is killing men. 50% in the United States are overweight. They can't even control what goes inside their mouth. Lack of discipline. Lack of health. We are disconnected from nature. The virus also got us used to stay home. But to improve your life, you have to get out of your comfort zone. Staying home makes you depressed. Men back then were always on adventure, always moving. No wonder we feel like this. Number 9. Society. The people are all brainwashed. Don't follow the crowd. They believe everything the media tells them and follow others just like sheeps. When you look outside, you don't see masculine men, so you get conditioned to be feminine. Your whole life might have been full of women. Think about it. You might have lived with your mom. Your teachers were mostly women. There is no one that taught you how to be masculine. And Hollywood makes movies with feminine men. They are all controlled. Back then you had Arnold Schwarzenegger, Rocky Balboa, all these role models. Now you have Spider-Man. It is proven that a masculine environment increases your testosterone. Now where is your circle? Are your friends masculine? If the answer is no, then you have work to do. We were always in gangs and clubs with same interests. Now it's considered dangerous and toxic. But when their house is burning, they will call a tough man to help them. We are the future. See you guys in the next one.